Tensions between United States and Iran have further escalated over reports that an Iranian protester was facing execution. Now, those reports prompted strong warnings from Washington and speculation about possible military action. Iran, remember, has since rejected the claims, saying no death sentence was issued and that the charges involved do not carry capital punishment. Despite that, military preparations and diplomatic signals have continued. The flashpoint is the case of a 26-year-old Iranian protester, Irfan Soltani. Reports emerging from human rights groups claim that Soltani had been sentenced to death and he was scheduled for execution following a rushed trial for participating in the anti-government protests in Iran. These reports prompted strong reactions from Washington. U.S. President Donald Trump warned that Washington would take very strong action if Iran began executing protesters. Speculation quickly grew about a possible American military response. However, Iran's judiciary has now flatly denied those claims. In a detailed statement, Iran said the reports of a death sentence were fabricated, adding that the charges against Soltani, including assembly and collusion against the internal security and propaganda against the state, do not carry death penalty under Iranian law. Iran says the maximum punishment would be imprisonment if he's convicted. Tehran, in fact, also said that Irfan Soltani is currently alive and he's being held in a central prison near the capital. So if Iran says that there are no executions that are planned, then what is the basis for American threats of military action? Well, Donald Trump later said that he has been informed that Iran has stopped carrying out executions, but he says that the United States will be upset if these killings take place.
We've been told that the killing in Iran is stopping, and it's stopping. And there's no plan for executions or executions. So I've been told that on good authority. We'll find out about it. I'm sure if it happens, we'll all be very upset.
His statement comes amid reports by rights groups that Iranian authorities were brutally suppressing protests against the government. A US-based rights group said that it has so far verified the death of over 2,600 individuals. It included 2,403 protesters and 147 government-affiliated individuals. Iran's former vice president, on the other hand, has attacked Donald Trump and said that his war rhetoric and actions are undermining the actual demands of the protesters.
Mr. Trump is a new phenomenon who does not care about international law, international norms, or even the limits of presidential authority. His interference in Iran's internal affairs would undermine and weaken the demands of real protesters, because no nation, especially the Iranian nation with its rich history, would accept interference from other countries.
All of this is unfolding against the backdrop of mass protests across Iran. Iran's own leadership has described it as the most serious domestic unrest that the Islamic Republic has ever faced. Now, as rhetoric escalates, the military signals have also become more visible. United States and its regional partners have set up a new air and missile defense operations cell at Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar. This move is described as a step to improve coordination and shared response to potential aerial threats across the region. At the same time, the United States has begun withdrawing some personnel from bases in West Asia as a precaution after Iran warned neighboring countries that American bases could be targeted if the U.S. launches strikes. Two European military officials hinted that United States could intervene in Iran within the next 24 hours, but one official also cautioned the Trump administration's strategy was unpredictable in order to keep everyone on their toes. Back in Washington, the public opinion appears divided. According to recent polls, a majority of Americans believe that President Trump has gone too far in foreign military interventions and disapprove of his handling of foreign policy. Despite the lack of a clear trigger event, West Asia waits on the edge of a volcano as Trump trapped in doubt over Iran, and the world is watching closely as a single move could escalate tensions further.